8. Operating Segment. Operating segment is a Malaysian financial reporting standard that requires entities to disclose information about their operating segments, products and services. This FAR570 is to provide use of financial statement with better insight into how entities' operations are structured and performed. Operating segments are components of an entity with the following three characteristics. The first one is the components engaged in business activities from which it may earn revenues and incur expenses. Second, the components' operating results are regularly reviewed by the CODM, which is Chief Operating Decision Making, to make decisions about resources to be allocated to the segment and assess its performance. And lastly, discrete financial information is available for the company. FAR570 follows a management approach, meaning the segments are identified based on internal reports used by management. Next, what means by Chief Operating Decision Making? Under FAR570, explain that the term of Chief Operating Decision Making is intended to mean a function rather than executive with a specific title. The function is that of allocating resources to operating segments and assessing their performance. In many entities, it will be clear the CODM is the chief executive. Identifying the CODM can, however, be more problematic because the applicable function depends on the entity's management structure and process. The CODM functions may, for example, be carried out by the entity's chief executive, chief operating officer, senior management teams, or the board of directors. Typically, the CODM will be the highest level of management and which decisions are made. But if a supervisory body is required to provide approval for those decisions, then judgment is needed as to whether the supervisory body is the CODM. However, entities should challenge their identification of the entire board as fulfilling the role of the CODM, where such a board has both executive and non-executive directors, as the focus of FAR570 is to report the management information that is used to make operating decisions concerning the allocation to resources as well as monitoring performance. It seems to contradict what the role of a non-executive director is from a corporate governance perspective. So, this is an example of CODM in Panasonic company.
Now, let's take a look at two types of segmental reports. Let's go. Firstly, we got business segment. Business segment is a type of business that offer different kind of product and service, or have different kind of production process, customer and distribution method, and they manage separately because they have different kind of business strategy. Usually, it based on the report used by CODM to allocate resource and assess performance. Type of business that include in business segment is product or service that can generate their own revenue. Disclosure for business segment include revenue, profit or loss, segment asset and liability, interest income and expenses, depreciation and amortization, tax expenses or tax income, and other than that. Second, we got geographical segment. Geographical segment is based on the economic condition in which the entities operate. It based on the location of the customer or location of the operation. It could be useful to assess country-specific risks such as regulatory difference, currency fluctuation, and political instability. The disclosure for geographic area must include revenue from external customer from each of geographic area and non-current asset located in each area. This is a snippet of business segment and geographical segment for Panasonic Malaysia Berhad.
Now I will tell you about the key benefit of segment reporting. Let's go! Segment reporting helps businesses to present their performance in different areas. Under MFRS 8, companies must share their segment details to make it easier for shareholders and stakeholders to understand their financial results. So, one of the key benefits is that segment reporting connect the gap between overall financial segment and management's internal perspective. Okay, so here's the example. Here is the Panasonic Malaysia segment report that shows separate financial data for divisions like living appliances and solutions, heating and ventilation, and air conditioning. Okay, so another important benefit is that segment report provide detailed insight into key operation, including revenue, profit, asset, and even customer consideration. So investors can see how different each business unit perform, including analyze future cash flow and even understand the risks and opportunities. Okay, so overall, the segment reporting help businesses to provide accurate financial information for the regulators, investors, and other stakeholders, ensuring a better understanding of the company's financial health and stability. That's all from me.
Now I will explain to you about MFRS 134. Let's go. MFRS 134 interim financial reporting is financial reporting period shorter than full financial year. It can be issued semi-annually, quarterly, or bi-monthly. Entities can choose either to present complete set of financial statement or condensed set of financial statement. If the entities choose to present a condensed set of financial statement, it should be minimum content of following statement. Firstly, a condensed statement of financial position. Second, a condensed statement of profit or loss or other comprehensive income. Third, a condensed statement of changes in equity. Fourth, a condensed statement of cash flow. And lastly, selected explanatory notes. Let me explain to you two significant events of Panasonic Malaysia Berhad under MFRS 134. Let's go. For the first event, the Board of Directors proposed a final dividend of 121 cents per share, totaling 73.5 million ringgit. It will affect future cash flow and must be disclosed under MFRS 134 as a significant event after reporting period. For the second event, it happened in April 2024, where Panasonic Malaysia Berhad launched a water purification system in Indonesia. This marked a strategic expansion into the water solution market and could impact future revenue. Under MFRS 134, this is a considered material non-routine transaction requiring disclosure in interim report. Let me show you the interim financial report of Panasonic Malaysia Berhad. Let's go. This is the date of interim financial statement for Panasonic Malaysia Berhad for quarter 1, 21 August 2023, for quarter 2, 29 November 2023, for quarter 3, 28 February 2024, and the last quarter 30 May 2024. The comparative financial statement is shown by the highlighted dates in quarter 3 of the year 2024 and 2023.